Now discuss about another system which is known as causal and non-causal systems. If a system whose output is dependent only on the present input values and past input values, such systems are known as causal systems. But there are some systems which require a future input also to produce the output for the current input. So it is depending on the future input to respond to the input. Such systems are known as non-causal systems. So for causal systems, it cannot produce an output before the input. If the system responds before the input signals, that means that the system knows the future value, what will be the future signal, and based on that knowledge, it is producing some output signals. So from the definition itself, it is clear that all practical real systems are causal systems, because we cannot create a system which knows the future, which can predict the future. So all practical systems are causal systems. But the study of non-causal systems are also very important. Now let us go into the video and deeply understand what are causal systems and what are non-causal systems.
Causal and non-causal systems. Consider an RC circuit. Here we have a resistor and a capacitor. We have given a voltage across the terminals and we are taking an output across the capacitor. Let us call it as Vc, and Vs is the input voltage. Now resistors lives in the present. So what is meant by that? For a resistor to respond, it requires only the present input. It does not care what happened in the past. That means past inputs are irrelevant for resistors. But what about capacitors? We have seen in the previous video that for capacitors, its output voltage Vc is depending not only on the present input values but also on the past current values. Why it is so? Because what is ultimately happening in a capacitor? It is charge accumulation. Okay, so wherever there is an accumulation, we know that something is storing from the past. So for the capacitor, from minus infinity to t, what happened in the capacitor is important. So if you consider this RC circuit together with R and C, we can say that this particular system, depending on the present input and past input. But what about future? Is it depending on future? Is it depending on the future input? Does the capacitor or resistor care what is going to happen in the future? Okay, let us the future inputs come, then only I will respond. Is it like that? No. This particular circuit, RC circuit, is not depending on the future values. What inputs may come in the future is irrelevant for resistors, capacitors or inductor, any circuit. So such systems are known as causal systems. Systems for which the output is determined only by the present input and past input are called causal systems. Let us take another example. This is an automobile. In the case of an automobile, the output is depending only on the present or past inputs. It cannot anticipate how the driver will react in the future. Okay, so because of that reason, these causal systems are known as non-anticipative systems. That means it cannot anticipate what is going to happen in the future. So it cannot take any decisions based on the future inputs. So this is another example of a causal system. Here the present and past inputs are important, but it cannot react based on the inputs that may come in the future. But that is not the case of autonomous vehicles. So autonomous vehicles are a different case. It is a new class of vehicle. I am talking about the normal vehicles. Thus, we can define the causal system like this. For a system, if the value of the output at the present instant, okay, this is very important. For a system, if the value of the output at the present input depends only on the past and present values of the input xt, it is depending on the present and past, not on its future values. This is the very important point, not on its future values. Then such systems are known as causal systems. So for causal systems, the present output is depending only on the present input and past input and not on the future inputs. Then such systems are known as causal systems. Now let us take this particular example. So this is a mathematical model, but this is an example of a non-causal system. What is my non-causal system? See, look at here in the equation, mathematical model of this system. Y of t, that means output at any moment, y of t is depending on x of t minus 2. So what is meant by x of t minus 2? This is the delayed input. We know that x of t minus 2 is a delayed input, and x of t plus 2. What is x of t plus 2? It is nothing but the future input. So this system is responding, y of t is based on the delayed input and future input. Okay, so y of t is equal to x of t minus 2 plus x of t plus 2. So this particular system, its response at any moment is depending on the past values and future values. So such systems are examples of non-causal systems. For example, this is x of t. What is x of t? A pulse of height 1 at x of t, that is at a moment, maybe 6 seconds, right? Now, if you see y of t is nothing but x of t minus 2. What happened? What happened in the past? This is the past signal. That is x of t minus 2. Okay, what happened in the past? X of t minus 2 plus this is the future value, x of t plus 2. This is future value, x of t plus 2. Here output at any moment is not depending on this x of t. It is not depending on this present input value, but it is depending on what happened in the future and what happened in the past. So this is an example of a non-causal system. Is it possible to implement non-causal systems in real time? Is it possible in real time? So is there any system? Do you know any system which can predict the future? Scientifically, prediction is not possible. Nothing can be prophetic. We cannot predict. We can simulate what may happen, but we cannot predict what exactly happen in the future. So in real time, we cannot implement such non-causal systems because we don't know what is the future values. In real time, we cannot implement such non-causal systems because we are unaware of the future inputs. What input may come in the future, that is not in our hand. That is unpredictable. So such systems are not implementable in real time. Now, does that means we cannot implement non-causal systems at all? Is that the meaning? No. We can implement if we permit delay. If we permit some delay, then we can do it. How can we do it? Here you can see y cap of t. So what is y cap of t? Y cap of t, see, you can see this is actually x of t. This is actually x of t, and this is x of t minus 4, right? And y cap of t is nothing but delayed version of the actual output. If you look at this, you can see that this signal, actual y of t is delayed. Actual y of t is delayed. So it is y of t minus 2. Actually it is y of t minus 2. So if you are ready to wait, 2 seconds, maybe it is 2 seconds, then you can get x of t, because x of t is present moment which is happened, This is t minus 4, this is something happened in the past. But for that present input, you cannot get the output at the moment, but you will get the output only after 2 seconds. That is the meaning of this y of t minus 2. So if you are ready to wait for some time, then it is possible to realize the non-causal systems. So it is not possible in real time. Real time means what? Whenever an input comes, there should be an output. It should work in real time. If there is any delay, then we cannot call such systems real time systems. Real time means input to output, or whatever happen at the moment will give the momentary outputs. Such systems are known as real time systems. Here, since we are delaying it, this is not a real time systems. Again, real time non-causal systems are not possible, but if we permit delay, that is not real time, we are ready to wait for some more time, then we can implement the non-causal systems also. So what is the definition of a non-causal system? For a system, if the output of the system depends on past, present and future input. So this is the most important point. The output is depending on past, present and future inputs. Such systems are known as non-causal systems. So non-causal systems are not implementable in real time, but there are possibilities to implement non-causal systems in the case of pre-recorded signals. If pre-recorded signals are available, means we can go and look the future values, because it is available with us. The pre-recorded signal is available with us, so there is no issue in going and looking at the future values, because all the values from start to end is available with us. In the case of pre-recorded signals, we can implement the non-causal systems, and also systems which are not dependent on time. For example, image, right? So here it is not depending on the time, and when we take a photo, we will get the whole pixels, right? So if you want to process one pixel at this point, since we have all the pixels available with us, it is easy to look at the future values and process accordingly. So for systems which are not depending on time, so here time is not the independent variable, it can be space of something else. In that case, it is possible to implement the non-causal systems. I hope it is clear.
Okay, now I hope you understand the concept of causal systems and non-causal systems. It is to be noted that for systems which operate on signals in which the independent variable is time, or time domain signals, it is impossible to create non-causal systems, because how to predict the future input? So in real time, any real-time system which we can design or create are causal systems. Does that mean that there is no use of studying and analyzing the non-causal system? No. Other systems in which the input signal is not depending on the time, for example, spatial signals. Image processing is one of the best examples for non-causal systems. Here, averaging and many operations on different pixels at a particular instant or particular space is depending on the surrounding, maybe even future signals, the signals which are going to come. So, because the data is available, in the case of an image processing, the whole image is available for processing. So, one pixel, if you are processing at one input pixel, the system can go and look at the future pixels and take the decisions based on that. That is why the study of non-causal systems is also important. I hope it is clear.